All right, guys, as we kick off this video, I'm going to tell you right now, I need to hear your comments in the comments section. Watch to the end of the video to find out the details why, but I really want to hear your feedback on this new light from ThruNite and Black Scout Survival. Hey, what's up, everyone? Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids. Today we're looking at the new TW20. This is a weapons-mounted light from ThruNite. As you can see, this is coming to us from our friends over at Black Scout Survival. Obviously, as you can see, it's in what some people call desert tan, but I call it a flat dark earth. You can also see your built-in pressure switch that you're going to mount onto your rail system. So there's a quick look at the light. Let's talk through what comes with the light, and then obviously we're going to take this thing out into the night and test it out. All right, so it is USB-C rechargeable. You do get a USB-C cord. And just real quick to show you, there's the USB-C port. You do get a reminder from ThruNite to screw down the tail cap so you make the actual connection occur. You also get an extra O-ring, and then looks like one extra O-ring, and then an extra cover for the USB-C port. And then you get your TW20 user manual. All right, so let me read you some of the info here on the actual user manual. Your LED is an SST70, and then it's got a little star 1 LED. As far as your lens, it's an anti-reflective coated ultra clear toughened glass lens. Your working voltage is 2.75 to 4.2 volts. Excuse me, we got bugs out all of a sudden. Made of 6061 T6 aluminum. The surface finish is a premium Type 3 hard anodized. Your dimension 125 millimeters by 26 millimeters by 40.5 millimeters. And I'll roll in that information on the bottom so you can see what that actually is in inches. And your weight is 125.5 grams. With the battery excluded, that's never helpful. So we will roll in the information so you can know what the weight is with the battery included here on the bottom of the page as well. Now with a weapons mounted light, it's going to be a different experience because you're going to have an output and then it's going to drop down. So your high output, and basically that's it. You're not going to have a bunch of different settings, right? So your output is going to be 2,532 lumens for 140 seconds. Then it's going to drop down to 855 lumens for 84 minutes. Your max throw is 250 meters, drop resistant to 1.5 meters, IPX8 rated. It does have the power indicator, which I've talked about this multiple times. If it's flashing red, it's 1 to 10%. If it's red, it's 11 to 20%. And if it's blue, it's 21 to 100%. Again, I've just said this before. That's a really big gap from 21 up to 100%. So I'd like to see them tighten that up. But at least you can get a sense of what your, what your power is. So obviously this is going to fit on your standard like Picatinny rail 1913. You can see that right there, probably 1913. You're going to loosen this guy up on the side, put it on the rail, crank it down. Let me show you the function here real quick. All right, so if you've never used one before, you're gonna squeeze the pressure switch here and the light's gonna come on. Now, if you squeeze it, hold like that and let it go, it's gonna go off. If you click it in fast, it's going to lock in basically, right? So let's say I'm using the weapons mounted light on a weapon. I hold it as I'm looking around, okay, I want the light to go off, boom, just let go. Let's say I go into a place and I want the light to stay on, boom, just click it, now it's gonna stay on. Click it again and it's going to go off. So obviously showing you the light, I'm going to shine at the camera here, so heads up. But showing you the light, here at nighttime or here in the daytime, not so super helpful. So we're going to test this out at night and show you what it actually looks like at night in use. We are outside now. We're going to put the light through the paces, 2,532 lumens, looking at my front door, which is about 45 feet away. Obviously just a ton of light here. I'll drop that off. I'll do quite a bit of kind of on and off as we look at this, just so you can see what it looks like to utilize it, quickly on and then off again. But here we go again. So when I'm shining right at the, the power boxes right there, yeah, I mean, I could see clearly all the way over to the bikes there and then down to some of the chalk that's in the driveway that my kids have been drawing. So, and then all the way up to the second floor, no problem. All right, I'm walking around the side of the house now, and just imagine, if you were looking for something at night and you wanted to have your weapons light, and again, it goes on and then off and on and off, so you don't have it constantly on and giving away your position. But coming around the side of the house, here we go again. Walking up the backyard a bit. Okay, I'm in the kind of back and side yard now. We've got one of the little play sets that's about 30 feet away, and then another one that's about probably 150 feet away. So let's take a look at these. And then looking at the one on the other side of the yard. And when I'm shining this and walking, I mean, I can see almost the entire yard right now. So when I'm shining it at the swing set there, I can see over to the tree and beyond the tree where the rope swing is. And then the other way, I can see all the way over to this portion of the yard right where the center beam is. So a lot of light coming out of this guy. All right, I'm looking down the street right now, and there you can see, you can probably hear the neighbor's dog barking at me. Here we go. And he just ran away. All right, I'm in the basement now. I'm standing against the back wall, looking over at the front wall. Here's the light now inside. So obviously I got to clean up my basement, but you can see just fine here with this light. Move over toward the panel here. Come around the bend here. All right, we're going to look up the steps now. Obviously just a ton of light coming out here. Look back the other way. And again, I've got the pressure switch, you know, as the switch to activate the light here. So there it is. On, off, on, off. I'll lock it in now. There it is, locked in. You can also see the blue light there, which means, as I mentioned before, it's between, I think, 21 and 100%. All right, so as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I want to hear your thoughts and your feedback on this light. Now, the main reason is I don't have this mounted on a weapon because that's just not my bailiwick. It's not my area of expertise or something I'm super familiar with. I've said this before. I used to have a range that was local here in New Hampshire, got closed down. So it's just not the area I focus on. When ThruNite reached out to me and said, do you want to review this? I said, I don't really do weapons lights. We went back and forth. I said, I can show the light on camera and kind of talk about the overall function and the build and stuff, but you know, I'm not gonna be able to say, here's what it looks like to use it on my weapon. And they were like, okay, cool. So I wanna hear from you guys, if you use a weapons mounted light, whether it's on an AR platform, it's on a shotgun, whatever it is, what do you think about this light? What jumps out to you? What do you like? What do you not like? You know, a lot of people compare ThruNites and Olights. Olight, for some of their lights, they have an option to have like a low setting and a high setting. Obviously, with this weapons mounted light, you don't have a ton of different ways to set it up. It's basically, it's on or it's off, it's steady on or it's momentary on. Like, that's kind of how it works, right? So just looking at it here in the details I shared at the beginning, I want to hear your thoughts and your feedback. I can tell you that it does punch out a lot of light. You know, to have a pressure switch mounted in here and not being able to, I mean, it's basically built into, I don't know if you can see that there, but it's built into the mount. I'm not going to be able to, you know, change this into an everyday carry light, but I thought, yeah, I'll check it out and see what we think about it. So this is where your, you know, expertise and thoughts as the Everyday Tactical Vids community is going to be helpful. So what do you think about this new weapons mounted light, the TW20 from ThruNite and Black Scout Survival? Offer your feedback in the comment section. This helps me to learn. It also helps the community to go, oh, that's a good point I hadn't thought about. Oh, that's a good point I hadn't thought about that. So yeah, let's get that discussion started in the comment section now. I've got a link to this down in the description section if you want to head over to Amazon and pick it up. And certainly you can learn more about the light by A, watching other videos, but B, check out the link and you can read more of the details. So let's get that conversation started in the comment section now. Thanks in advance for your comments. And yeah, let's start sounding off and get the discussion going. All right, guys, thanks as always for checking out the videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, Tumblr, and Vero as well. More videos coming soon. Take care.